The government is considering allowing private firms to charge motorists to use major new roads. The Department for Transport is examining whether roads built in the future could be paid for by tolls. Campaigners have warned that expanding road tolls would be electoral suicide. A Whitehall report on whether the idea is feasible is due in the new year. Daniel Bircher reports.
The government's been looking at how more private investment could be used to help improve and expand the main roads network in England. A study was announced last spring. More new toll roads are one option. They're being considered alongside other ways of finding money to pay private firms, which could include differing rates of car tax, depending on which roads motorists use.
Rather than paying a single annual fee for your tax disc, if you're not going to use the major roads, you'd pay rather little. If you're going to use them, you pay a higher rate, and that higher rate is then made available to private investors to refund their operation and investment in the road network.
Improvements to a section of the A14 in Cambridgeshire are among 20 national road schemes the Department for Transport says will be delivered in the next few years. Tolling is being considered for that route, but not for the others.
The government says it's looking at tolls to fund extra capacity in very limited circumstances, and only if that leads to new roads or changes an existing road beyond all recognition.
But Labour says the government's definition of what is an existing road appears to be shifting, and opponents of any new charges say motorists are already paying too much.
40 years ago, drivers paid what they paid in motoring taxes was almost paid out again on the roads. The equation now is hugely different. Government takes in 50 billions and pays out less than 10. We want to see value for money for what we have paid up to date before moving to a new system.
The findings of the feasibility study into private sector funding are expected early next year. Daniel Bircher, BBC News.
The Police Federation